so excited about this one, guys. So excited. Are you?
Me too.
Oh, wait till you guys check this one out.
This is our brand new 2024 Tundra. We've been waiting for this vehicle for so very long now. We couldn't hold ourselves anymore, so we had to show it with you guys. Come along. This model we have specifically behind me is the 2024 Tundra SR5 XP Trail Edition. We've been waiting for this vehicle for so long that we just couldn't help ourselves anymore. The model that we had ordered was a little bit different, but as you guys know, with all these supply chain issues, it was a little bit hard to get that specific vehicle, so we settled for this one, but it has pretty much every feature we wanted in it, just missing a couple of them, and I'll go through that with you guys. So our model here is the SR5 XP Trail Edition. So pretty much a couple things that come different on this package are the Nitto tires, the Predator steps, some blacked out things in the car, and I'll go through some of the differences for you guys. We did get the premium package, which comes with the bigger screen. So those are some of the things that we didn't want to compromise on, and we were able to get that in this vehicle. So far, we are super happy with the vehicle. We only have about 600 miles on the vehicle currently. And my wife is actually not scared to get in this vehicle and drive it. I'll actually put some footage up of that for you guys so you can see her driving this vehicle as well. But we're very satisfied with it. The main thing is that if you guys have a big family or a growing family such as ours, this has a lot of space that many other vehicles cannot give you without compromising the fact that you can tow with this vehicle and do so many different capabilities with it. To be more specific, we've been waiting for this vehicle for probably over 2 years at this point. This vehicle came out in 2022. It is now 2024, and this is when we decided to purchase the vehicle. We've been waiting for the company to fix a couple bugs and run through the engine and make sure that everything worked out fine before we committed to this vehicle. And so far, we are very satisfied with the product we have. And as you can see, this thing just looks bold, it looks mean, it's just so beautiful and so different from the previous model. If you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you guys remember that I had the 2017 Toyota Tacoma. And I like that vehicle so much. Our only issue is that as our family continued to grow, the space got smaller and smaller for us. So we needed to get something bigger, and we decided to jump into the Tundra. We've been waiting for this Tundra since the Tacoma, and it's been very long anticipated. So we're excited to have this, and it works very good for our family so far. This is only the beginning of how the vehicle is going to look stock. From here, we're going to go ahead and modify so many different things into the vehicle and make this just very capable for our family and our camping needs, which is primarily what we want this vehicle to be, our camping vehicle. So we're going to take this and use it for everything, but specifically more geared towards our camping. And I'll show you some of the differences and some of the things on this vehicle and what we want to do to it in the future. Currently, this vehicle as it sits, it is bone stock as it came from the factory. The only thing I currently did to it was actually today I added some tints to the vehicle. It does come with LEDs on the headlamps and on the fog lights, so that's really nice to have that. One of the first things I will be modifying probably will be the grille. I want to go ahead and change the grille, maybe for the TRD grille insert with the LED bar. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, on this XP package, one of the things it brings is these Nitto tires on it, which gives it a little more of an aggressive, all-terrain, all-capable kind of tire, but still not giving you that crazy noise on the road. It makes it a comfortable ride. So I really appreciate that, and I like the tires. In the future, I do want to change out the rims, put a little bit more aggressive, nicer rims onto it, but I will keep the tires. On that XP package, it also brings in these Predator steps, which we do appreciate it, and I'm sure my wife does and my kids very much because it helps you get into the vehicle. With the package as well, you get that blacked out exhaust tip. You also get this Tundra signage here, which makes it a little bit nicer and pops out, as well as the X Series badging. So that's some of the things you get with that X Series. It makes it a little bit more aggressive, a little bit nicer in that sense. On the back of the Tundra, to me, in my opinion, it looks so much more beautiful than it did before on the prior generations. I love this aggressive look to it. I think the color is called cement gray, and it has all these black accents, as you can see, all throughout the vehicle. So a cool feature on this Tundra is you have these backup lights here. These are the backup lights to help you out with seeing when you're backing up maybe with a trailer or you're trying to hook up or something of that nature. This will help illuminate the area, and it makes it a lot brighter. Also with the backup camera, it helps out a lot to see better when you're backing up. So I do appreciate that very much about the Tundra. This is obviously the 4x4 package. I think is really necessary for most people nowadays to have a 4x4. So in the back of the truck, I really appreciate the fact that they have these LED lights all around. It helps you out so you can see the bed of the truck when you're trying to get something out of here. If it's dark or whatever the case might be, it helps to illuminate all this area nicely, and you can see when you're trying to get out of here. Now in the future, we do plan on putting a bed cover on here and getting maybe a rooftop tent or something like that on top of it. So this is going to be completely covered. So as you guys can see, we have the baby stroller inside of this weatherproof bag, so the stroller doesn't get wet. We have it set up in there. So that's going to be one of the downfalls of most of these pickup trucks, for at least for most people, is if you're using this as a family vehicle, if you need something to store in the back, if you don't have a cover on it, it's going to get completely wet. It's going to get hit by elements. So having a cover on there is going to be very essential to get that on there. A lot of people put these lower covers, which is like a bed cover, pretty much the same length or same height as the bed itself. We want to put a higher one so we can actually get a lot of things in there, put our refrigerator and get all these things just permanently set up in there, make it easier for us. We want to camp and get out with the family. As you guys can see, obviously, we're not trying to spruce this up for you. The truck is dirty, and that's what the truck is made for. It's made to get dirty, and it's only going to get more dirty. But one of the cool things about most of these trucks now, especially in the modern day and age that we are now in 2024, is all these advancements like technology, keyless features, the big screens, the multimedias, the wireless Apple CarPlay, all those things. And we wanted to make sure we get that into this truck because we plan on keeping this truck for hopefully 20 years or more, right? So we want to make sure that we have all the modern accommodations to get us through those 20 years and not feel like we're too left behind in technology. So like I said, one of the things is the wireless key fobs. So you go ahead and just put your hand in here, the car will open. That's really nice to get you into the vehicle. As I mentioned earlier, you have these steps here. We're going to make it so much more comfortable for you guys to get into the vehicle. So we do like that. We just go ahead and step in and I'll help you get into the car. Really, really nice. The car on the inside, I personally, I'm more of a fan of these sporty looks on these kind of vehicles. You have the 1794 editions, you have the premium editions, the platinums, you have a lot of different things. For these vehicles you can get, I personally, more of the sporty look, especially with the kind of look we're going to go out with an off-road camping kind of vibe. So I like more of this design and more of this kind of features in the vehicle versus the more platinum or more premier luxury models you guys can get. So on the inside, as you guys can see, you have these soft tech leather seats from Toyota, and we are really a fan of them. They're comfortable. We've been sitting on them for already, I think, about 700 miles at this point, and I feel like they're very comfortable. At no point in time do I feel like my body's hurting or get anything out of that. Obviously, with thousands and thousands of miles on this, I'll be able to update you guys and let you know the differences in how this is feeling over a long period of time. But it's really nice. Over here, you have a lot of different buttons you can go ahead and set up with your vehicle. You have to turn on and off the lights in the back of your truck for the automatic beams. You have the sensor controls, the heated steering wheel, the 120 volt AC, so you have on the inside and one in the bed as well. So that's nice to have those features. Sitting in this vehicle, you feel super comfortable. So I can only imagine this for a very long road trip. You should have no problem. And we'll see that when we add some miles to this. We're only about 700 miles at this point. So when you go ahead and turn on the vehicle, you have a push button start. This massive screen here will turn on for you. It's like an iPad. It's beautiful and it's super high quality. Toyota sign will come on. It would automatically sync up with your phone that you already have set up through the Toyota app, and it will welcome you here. See, welcome tackle. So when you get that set up for you, it would automatically program and have all your things on there. For example, your map, your phone, your Spotify, your Apple Music, whatever you might have. So for example, here we have set up our Spotify. So it has, you can go in and scroll through it and pick the music you want to get into, look at libraries, you search, you have the music you currently have playing. As of course, I have my favorite guy there, Luke Combs. So that screen was a must-have for us. I know they have, I think, an 8-inch model. This is the 14-inch, so we got the premium package for the technology to get this better system into it. Just for us, it was something we had to have. And we can have multiple phones linked up to this, so I think it was something we absolutely needed. And maybe you don't, but we wanted it. So here in the center, you have all your controls for your AC. You have a physical button for your radio, which I very much like. And I don't know, I like the feeling, super nice, like a rubber feeling. So you can increase the volume, decrease the volume, or turn off the radio. So it's nice to have a physical button still in the car. You have all your controls here for your AC. You can increase the temperature, decrease the temperature, the fan speed, reduce it. You also have a heated front seat for the driver and the passenger. So that's nice to have that, and you can control how hot you want that by increasing or decreasing it. And on the side I showed you guys as well, we also have a heated steering wheel, so that's nice to have. So right here below your shifter, you have all your drive modes. You can throw into your sport mode, eco mode, or your normal mode, and you can throw into your tow haul mode. So if you're gonna be towing your trailer or something of that nature, a camper, whatever it'll be, you can throw into this tow haul mode. Right here you have your 2 high, your 4 high, and your 4 low for your 4-wheel drive or your 2-wheel drive. So it's nice to have that right here. You don't have to go searching for it anywhere else. So one of the things we haven't had in our car, and this might seem very dumb to a lot of you guys, but right here, these water bottles can actually fit in there now. That's something we have not had before. We've always had our water bottles thrown all over the floor everywhere. Now these cup holders will actually hold our water bottle. So that for us is just a game changer. We love that we can do that now. And we can all bring our big water bottles with no problem because we drink a lot of water. This center console here, as you can see, it is massive, but I feel that it's appropriate for this vehicle. Right here you have a spot where you can put 2 phones and get them to charge. So I'll show you right now. If you grab your phone, for example, and you plug it up with your cable, A lot of you guys have probably had this issue in the past where if you plug up your cable, over time this cable here will break, and that's because of, you know, the weird position the cable might get into and bend and stuff like that. Toyota thought of something that's very small, but I think it's so amazing they thought of that. If you put your phone right here, you'll notice one cool feature about that. Your cable has a spot where it would actually come out through and then come back up. So what that avoids is the cable from bending here and breaking over time, because it rests the phone in a spot with a cutout that the cable can come over and charge. That might be dumb for you guys, but I think it's just so awesome because we go through cables like all day, every day with the kids and all that. We have probably 6,000 cables we have to buy in a year, and now we can have a cable that's not going to break hopefully over time. But when you open up the center console, there's so much space to put away so many things. So first off, you got these 2 trays up here, which is really nice to put a couple things up here if you just want in the meantime, if you're going to be snacking, whatever it'll be. Then this tray right here will slide back, and that will give you access to the center compartment. So if you don't want to open the whole thing up, you can just access your things right from here, and for example, bring your cable out. But besides that, if you open up the entire center console, there is so much space into here. I mean, you can look at all the stuff we have in here, and you still got so much more space for cables and all that. Right inside, you have a fast charging Type-C connection for your cable. You have a USB as well. And then on top right here, on the center dash, you also have another USB as well. So you have 3 connections right here in front. Toyota is known for their high quality material, and these seats are really nice. These are their soft tech seats. It has that 2-way pattern kind of look, as this black with the design in here. They are very comfortable. We enjoy them very much, and they have so far have not given us any kind of pain in the body or anything like that when we've driven it. I think we've already done like a 3-hour trip at one point in time, and no point in time that we feel any kind of, you know, pain in the body or anything like that. So I can only say good things about this, and from the current products they have and from what they've had in the past, everything stands the test of time. So I expect no difference from this one, and hopefully these seats will be no problem for us in the long term. So I got the CrewMax edition of this vehicle, so it has a lot of space for the family, and I really like that very much. We'll jump into here in just a moment, but one of the things I want to show you guys, this has the 60/40 split, and right under here, if you lift it up, you get the whole seat up, and you have a ton of space down here to store so many different things. We obviously just got this vehicle, so we have a couple of minor things just chucked in here. Eventually, it will be very organized with a lot of space in here, and everything, you know exactly where it is. Especially with a family, when you have so many things you're always carrying with you, have somewhere you can throw it under and not having to just throw it on the floor. It's really, I think, essential to have something like that. So if we go ahead and jump into the vehicle here, this is my regular driving position. I'm about 5'7", so I'm not a very big person, but as you can see, I have a ton of space here. I mean, I think you could probably fit easily someone here who's probably 6'5" or more, and they have no problem with leg space back here. And that goes the same for all the way across. You should have no issue with this. I did get this with the weather mats from Toyota already directly, versus getting them maybe on WeatherTech or something of that nature. I just got it directly from the factory. And what I like about this vehicle as well is back here, you do have 2 AC vents, which throw a lot of air. I've been in vehicles before, for example, and I think I could say this, I don't know if everyone could say the same, but in Ford, pretty notorious for these things back here not throwing a whole lot of air. These things, when you crank them up, the air that comes out of this thing is insane. So the kids back here will have no problem with either the heat or the cold, whatever they need. You also have down here 2 charging ports. You have another Type-C charging, you have a USB, and you have a 120 volt right here. So it's really nice that you can have all these things in here to get the whole family charged up with whatever they'll need for a long car ride. No issue at all. So as you guys can see, this is a family wagon. So this is where the baby rides. This is in the position with the passenger seat all the way back and the baby seat in here, which is obviously a rear facing baby seat. The seat fits here without disturbing or having to have someone ride, you know, all the way up or nothing like that. It fits here with no problem at all, with obviously ample space underneath as well if you need to throw something down here. So this is the way that this vehicle rides. What I want to show to you guys, a lot of guys will probably throw up this truck and, you know, the most off-road capable, looking as beautiful as possible with all the gits and gadgets in it. A lot of people won't show you the reality, which a lot of times this is going to be a family mobile, right? A family wagon, family truck, whatever you want to call it. And this is what we're going to be using it for. This is the reality of our life. So we're going to be showing you how we will be using it for our family. I'm sure many of you out there will appreciate that and want to see how this is capable in that scenario. All right, so this is my beautiful wife here. She's going to go ahead and get into the vehicle now and show you how it is with the baby seat in the back. So she's going to go ahead and get into the passenger side seat. So as you can see with the passenger side, she has a ton of space. Her knees are nowhere near to the front of the vehicle, and she has a lot of space. She's sitting very, very comfortable in there. And then when you look back here, The baby seat is sitting in there, no problem, and she still has a ton of space over here in the front. Now, for reference, my wife is about 5'5", so she's not that big of a person, but she still got a lot of space in there, fits her very comfortable. A wife-approved vehicle. I mean, she loves the vehicle, it is super comfortable. She just gave birth, it's only been about 2 months. So yeah, you women know how that is with all the different things you go through that right after birth. And she has said nothing but wonderful, wonderful things about this car, and we love it as a family car. And that is something I think is very important for a lot of you guys out there. They're gonna see these kind of cars, and a lot of you guys see these things very souped up, but is it a good family vehicle? What do you say?
It's fantastic for a family of 5, because now we are 5, so family is growing.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. We had a smaller car, we needed a bigger car. Now we have this, and for a 5 family, you know, wagon, mobile, truck, whatever you want to call it, it works perfectly for us. So we're very, very satisfied with this truck. All right, guys, so this is gonna wrap it up for our video today. So this is just the beginning of what you're gonna be seeing on this vehicle, going from stock. So all the mods are gonna be adding on to it. So all the trips, you're gonna be seeing this in so many more of our videos from here on out. And hopefully for many, many years with us, we'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and what we feel that it does over the long-term study with our family, which can be a little bit hard to deal with at times for a lot of these trucks. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, guys. Please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.